Welcome to another episode of The Collective where you will hear all things collecting and much, much more. I am your co host, Zack Mo, aka uh, uh, Come Back to Me.
And I'm your host, Collector, aka Doink the Clown.
Okay. Aka fucking the Goobly Gobbler, whatever the fuck it was called.
Come again? The Googly Gobbler?
Yeah. You don't remember the Googly Gobbler?
No, I don't remember the Googly Gobbler.
It was a Thanksgiving thing. It was literally somebody in a turkey suit.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay.
I was not watching wrestling at that time.
That's fair. Wow, my video was laggy.
Yeah, you got a lot of lag right now.
Yeah. It's fun.
Let me
So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry.
Let me see.
Your boy's laggy.
Look a laggy. Hold on. You want to start over?
No, we're having fun.
It's gonna be bothering you for the next hour and a half.
No, don't worry about it. We're having fun. As long as my voice is good.
I can't even see your mouth moving.
That's fine. You don't have to.
I mean on YouTube, maybe they would like to.
I doubt it. Who? Charlie, Deidre, and
Whoever
Rick.
watches
Who else
this on
watches
YouTube, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I just named them.
We probably have more than 3 viewers. There's at least 18 viewers.
At least. They're fine. They don't need me. I think what
How
we
did
did
we
last
fix it
time though
last
that
time?
fixed it. Yeah. We changed the settings for video output, I think to 1080 or the one
I
under
just stepped
that.
it down to 720.
No, I don't think that did it. I'm pretty sure it was 1080.
That's what we were in.
I don't know.
I just popped it back up to 1080.
Let's start a GoFundMe. Zack Mo needs a new laptop for recording.
All right. Well,
Somebody buy Zack Mo a new laptop for recording purposes.
whoops. I just bonked my mic. We're batting 1,000 right now. Mike bonks.
Happy New Year.
Doink the Clown. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Collective. It's been a minute. We're happy to have you. Zack Mo, tell us about the last few weeks. Have you gotten anything cool?
No, because you don't like to pull me cool cards. So
That's not
therefore,
my job.
Yeah, kind of it.
That's exactly my job. You're right.
Yeah. Other than an Ogrepon, yeah, well, we did a Secret Santa at the Collectors Club, and I did pull a shout out to El Gigante eggplant. I got an Alex Zam SAR from 151, which is pretty dope. He also gifted me a really badass. There's no point in showing it because it's so laggy. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to stay still so it's not.
I mean, I can see it, but that's because I know what it is.
So it's a Growlithe 3D
printed
printed.
Growlithe. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. I haven't figured out a place to display it yet. So I will figure that out. He also gave me a list of 50 regal names. That goes with my toes. You don't know. I have 9 of them. And the Noble Nine Toe is one of, names like that. The Toeless Titan. It's a very interesting list of names. And I forgot that I was going to start doing this week using these names as my AKA. I completely forgot.
All right, well,
So
we're
today,
only 4 minutes in, so last chance to restart.
It's your co-host Zack Mo, aka the Toeless Titan.
I'm still Doink the Clown.
Yeah, that makes sense because you look like him.
Yeah.
He also got me 2 Evolving Skies packs, which was pretty dope.
Yeah,
with
your
him.
Secret
I didn't
Santa
get
gift was
anything, but
loaded, bro.
Yeah, no, he did work. I was very taken back and very appreciative, especially because you know how much I kept saying how much I don't like the seasons.
Yep.
Um, I was very appreciative. I thought it was very nice of him. Um, Definitely a big shout out to El Gigante Eggplant. Much love. Put a smile on my face.
I think it's really an eggplant that he's referring to.
Well, I'm gonna keep it eggplant. We all
Just
know what the
curious.
eggplant emoji is. You know what it is. He's got a big dick. Um,
No
yeah.
chill.
So I mean, that was pretty much. I got a rock band guitar because
Awesome.
I like
And then we
play
tried to
rock
play
band
Rock Band and we couldn't because the servers were
because the
down.
servers were down. Yeah, but what I used to do when we were like teenagers, we'd get 40s and we'd play rock band. So
Mm,
on the weekends, I like to get drunk and play rock band,
nice.
and it's fun and it keeps everybody awake because I like to sing it very loud.
I think we need this on Twitch stream. Our time's been eaten up a lot though. The little bit of time off that I took, we've been doing some work as
Yeah,
general
we have.
managers of our own SmackDown and NXT leagues, respectively.
So we have been playing the GM mode in WWE 2K24 against each other. I have chosen NXT 2.0. He has chosen SmackDown. Um, Collector fucking sucks.
Oh my god, bro. We're not even
You
going to go there. I'm enjoying
suck.
myself, and it's really great that I learned the rules in season two after
I
bombing
explained
season
them.
one.
He wasn't listening. I explained them.
I did. There's a lot of rules, and I'll be much better the next time we play through. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I keep telling you we can start over, but you keep
I don't
wanting
want to
to go
start
on
over, bro. We're like 4 seasons in. Why are we starting over now? I got the hang of it. I'm going
because
to
you
learn
have
from my
no
mistakes.
chance of winning.
It's fine. I'm going to lose the first one, and then I'll win every one after that.
Yeah, but if you lose the first one, I'll never hear the end of it because oh, there's an asterisk next to this loss.
Exactly. That's why I'm keeping it. You just don't want to admit to the fact that you didn't teach me properly.
I just don't want to hear that for the next rest of my life.
Well, welcome to everything you say to me all the time.
Touche.
Like you're fucking Charizard.
What's wrong with my Charizard? It was a 7. I was appreciative of it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Super fucking grateful, this guy.
Yeah, well, you told me it would 10, and
It
then
should have
you
10, but
and
it
then
had
you
an ink
messaged me 2
had
months
an ink
later,
error.
"Oh, man, that Charizard had an error. I didn't see it. I'm
It's
sorry,
true.
Zack Mo.
It's like
Go
one of
fuck
three
yourself."
slabs that I definitely screwed up on. I'm glad it happened to you, out of all people.
Yeah, me too, because I'm not an asshole that's gonna, like, be an asshole about it. I'm just gonna give you shit.
Kind of an asshole being an asshole about it, but you're not like being
No,
an
yeah, you know what I
asshole about
meant. Exactly. I just like to
it.
give you
I
shit.
forgot my stream light. Look at my face, looks so much better now.
Does it, though? Ugh,
Not really. I have a light shining directly into my eyeballs as well. It's pretty good.
terrible. I don't like it.
Hmm. Well, at least they can see my face. Yours is you look like you're in stop motion.
I am in stop motion. I am
Did you
The
turn on
Nightmare
stop
Before
motion
Christmas.
mode? All right. Well, hopefully our listeners are enjoying the audio version of this week's podcast because this is pretty wild to see. Um, cool. So that was it. Anything else? I just popped the mic twice. I'm such an amateur. Anything else
Yeah,
about
you did.
your weekend collecting?
No, I've been really busy at work, so nothing crazy.
Slinging socks.
Slinging them socks. What about
I
you?
got
Have you collected anything lately?
yeah, we could talk about I guess we can talk about it a little bit more next week, but since we've taken
All
a
right, fine.
break,
So,
maybe it's fitting.
or-
What do you think?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Just how was your holidays? How about that? Tell us
My
about your
holidays were
holidays.
good. The holidays were great. I mean, I have two young kids. Most of you guys know that. Most of our listeners know that. Um, so for me, this is like a magical time for them, and it's just the coolest thing in the world to have two little kids. And we are a Christmas family here, so like the magic of Santa Claus is alive and well in the house. I have a 6-year-old and a 18-month old, and they fucking loved Christmas. It was awesome. It was really cool to be able to create that for them. And then I took a week off of work um, in between Christmas and New Year's, which I may have to change next year. But regardless, I took a week off this year between Christmas and New Year's, and it was just like it felt like the Salvador Dali painting of the melting clocks. Like time just didn't matter. We did whatever we wanted. My wife and I were joking about this TikTok that we saw, that it was like being on airport rules. Like no structured clothing. If you want a cup of coffee at
Mhm.
3 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. You sleep on the ground if you need to. You want a burger at 7 a.m. Perfect, no problem. Like nothing. There
It
was just
reminds me of the beginning of COVID.
yeah, basically is what that's what it was like, dude, in my house for a week, which was really cool. To provide that for my kids, because I remember that from when I was a kid, like being on winter break and just playing with all my new toys and everything.
Let me
My
ask you a
my
question.
parents, sure.
As a kid, and answer this in the comments if you'd like to answer, listeners. Um, I always felt like summer vacation or like winter break were mad fucking long, and now it's like, you know, snap of the fingers, it's fucking done. Is that just me?
Uh, I think that's a pretty complex question. I mean, I think like not to get too philosophical, but as a kid, we're just so much more in the moment, you know? Like we
That makes
didn't spend
sense.
like when I was a kid on winter break or summer break, I wasn't worrying about how many days were left of winter break or summer break. I was just like going to the pool, or like if it was winter break, I was just like playing with my toys and shit. I wasn't like spending all day like planning out my next week and RSVPing to events and like trying to fit in time with my family members and shit. It just was like I just did whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. So I didn't have to worry about anything. So
Being an adult sucks.
yeah, adulting's not as fun for sure. It's better to be a kid, but it is cool to have kids and to be able to create that for them. It was a really good holiday in that regard. I also like personally had a very good holiday. I got a tremendous amount of love and gifts and support from the Collectors Club. So everybody who contributed, thank you so much. And I got some really cool, gifts from my wife and my family, and got some sick ass socks from the homie Zack Mo, and a lot of cool stuff. Um, Pulled a God pack, which was pretty rad from Terastal. Um, that was like the only thing that I've opened Pokemon wise. Was that was like the last thing I opened was that Terastal box. Pulled a God pack. I think I need to like take a break for a month after hitting the God pack. I'm just like gonna open for other people, and occasionally open a pack here and there. But I haven't opened any like boxes since then. But yeah, overall the holidays were pretty good, man. Thanks for asking.
That's good. Of course.
One
Um,
thing,
so for the past, like, go ahead.
no, you go.
No, you go.
Well, one thing that has been happening since the holidays, um, that is just driving me nuts is all these notifications I've been getting. People just like really want to know about a new Pokemon.
That's cool. But they've been texting me and messaging me beforehand because they really
Mm,
wanted to know about the market update, which
oh my
usually
god.
comes before a highlight. So,
Oh
why
my
don't you
god.
tell us about the market instead?
All right, we'll do the market update first before the Pokemon highlight. Listen,
Not my fault you have no memory and you can't remember how we do
I
this.
really I have a terrible memory. Here's the issue with the market, guys. I've been saying this pretty much since we started the
Did you say
podcast.
Pokemon Go up? I'm turning off the laptop.
I mean, it's basically acting like it's off anyway. Um, I don't even know. Like,
Someone
there's
go
very
fundraiser.
little there's very little market update I can give at the moment, other than Pokemon went up and is still in
Yo,
the
it
midst of
went up.
going up.
Yo,
Uh, things
that
are
shit went up.
are pretty crazy since our last podcast. I mean, that's like a month. Things are up hundreds of percentage points. Um,
Can we backtrack real quick?
literally, yeah, sure.
So, my weekend collecting. Um, I bought 2 Terastal boxes from you.
Okay.
Terastal, whatever, as I call them. I got 2 Ogrepons.
Uh-huh.
I buy a box for Lorena, shout out Lorena, for her birthday, and she pulls the goddamn Umbreon Master Ball,
Yeah,
and
she
what was
did.
it?
And it got a
The
PSA 10.
Espeon, and I got a PSA 10,
Mhm.
and then Espeon full art.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not buying Terastal from you ever again.
Well, you just gotta let me like if you say it's for someone else, then I won't pull it from the section of reseals that I only put ogre ponds in. I'll pull it from the good section.
You hear that, everybody? If you got
Yeah,
an
Zack Mo
Ogrepon, you know where you stand with him.
from the Zack Mo section where I keep your ETBs.
Yeah, good thing I didn't win fantasy football. There would have been no point in that.
What a mess. Um, but yeah, I
Back to
guess
the
on the market, there's really like I don't even know what to talk about market wise. If it's Pokemon, if it has a Pokeball on it, it's more expensive than it was the last time we did this podcast.
let's
Pretty
talk
much.
about I guess I don't it's not really a question, but I want to talk about it. The Pokemon Center ETBs of Prismatic are on eBay for $700 fucking dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Prismatic Evolutions is changing sort of the landscape of Pokemon collecting. There's
It's ruining it.
a tremendous amount of hype around this set. It's
It's
actually really
ruining it
unfortunate.
for the
Look, I don't,
casual
I don't, I really don't. There's
look,
a lot of commentary I can provide on this, but I don't really want to get into it. It's extra. What's happening with Prismatic Evolutions is very unfortunate. Um, eh, seeing Pokemon Center ETBs at $700 is crazy.
before they're
Um,
even released.
well, they're always more expensive before they're released, and then they usually drop a little bit. But a $700 pre-order is wild on Center ETB, and the issue with that is the only people reselling Pokemon Center ETBs are like regular customers, like people who went to PokemonCenter.com and got them. You can't get those things as a distributor, as a licensed vendor. Like there's an even playing field, I guess you can say, for Pokemon Center ETBs. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of finger pointing going on right now, it seems, between like the haves and the have nots, right? You either have Prismatic or you don't have Prismatic. And if you have Prismatic, you're, either reselling it at an extremely high price or you're, just kind of keeping quiet in the background. And if you don't have Prismatic, you're pointing your finger at everybody who has Prismatic and blaming them for the problem. When people are saying like, oh, it's the scalper's fault, or oh, this is Pokemon Company's fault, or oh, this is so and so's fault. And in reality, I think it's kind of an amalgamation of all these different circumstances. The truth is, it can be boiled down to very simple supply and demand. There's only so much product available, and there's a lot more people who want the product than what is available on the current market. And
But
when
it's
that
not even a
happens,
good set. The evolutions all suck.
well, that's your take. You also didn't like Moonbreon either, which is considered to be the new base set Charizard. So, that's
Which
your
one? Wait,
personal
the Evolving
take.
Skies Moonbreon?
Yeah, Moonbreon has dethroned base set Charizard, according to a lot of modern
Yeah,
collectors.
and you couldn't pull one of those for me either.
A Moonbreon? How many packs of evolving did you open? Certainly not
Every time I
1,200.
bought Evolving, every time, not
All
every time, but
all 7 packs.
the 2 times that I really did buy Evolving, you don't remember what happened?
I know you prime evolving for other people. I know it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Nick pulled one right after I
That's
bought,
why you don't like the Moonbreon.
and then that other fella, I think his name was John. Yeah, because every time I go to try to pull it, it gets fucking stupid.
Your audio is getting a little choppy.
Yeah, good times. Good times. But I never had it, so I can't be upset.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you frozen? Okay.
No, your audio is super
Just
choppy though.
why?
Why what?
Why is it super choppy?
I don't know, man. It's on a super big
Yeah,
delay
me
and
neither.
everything.
Well, this whole episode's turning out to be a real solid one.
A real doozy so far.
Yeah, I can't wait for everybody to listen.
I mean, the audio's better at this exact moment.
That's good. Get me a whoever's donating to the GoFundMe. Get me a MacBook Pro.
Jesus, this guy really swinging for the fences.
Yeah, well, I can do other things on it. I have a life other than the collective.
Nah, the collective is life.
Well, because I'm getting a capture card, so I can upgrade my streaming of my video gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I want a good laptop for it. It's just my hopes and dreams, and you're crushing them with your
I just said you were
with
swinging for the fences, bro. I didn't say it
yeah.
wasn't going to
You're
happen.
you're you're crushing my hopes and dreams.
Well, I don't have a
Um,
MacBook Pro for you, so I don't own one.
I didn't think you did.
Can't help out on a MacBook Pro. That's a crazy laptop, honestly. I feel like Macs are
Why?
so overpriced.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's definitely a fair assessment.
That's just my opinion. Classic
We
line.
really deviated from market update, but
Yeah,
pretty
well,
sure we covered it
yeah, yeah, really. I don't want to dwell on it too much because
because it makes you sad.
no, it doesn't make me sad. It is what it is, right? Like I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not upset by the current state of the market. This is just where we are at the moment, and it's something that will ebb and flow. And in a lot of senses, it's great right now because there's a lot of product that's left over that didn't sell very well. That's now very expensive, so that's really good. But in a month or two, things are going to be very problematic. I don't think people really grasp what's happening. So we'll revisit the market in a month or two. Um, and see how we're doing because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in the next few months that's going to make people feel some kind of way. If you're a collector and you've been around the hobby for a long time, go back to what I always say: buy the things that nobody cares about and buy what you love. If you're investing, buy the things that no one's paying attention to, and if you're collecting, just buy the stuff you love. Try not to give in to the FOMO and the hype.
Don't give in to the FOMO and the hype. Buy high, sell low. Uh,
The
keep your
Zack Mo
prismatic
way.
field. So now I will go into a highlight, and I chose one that I thought was pretty cool. Did not have a lot to it, surprisingly, which kind of upset me because of how cool I found this Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I went with a. Let's see if you can guess it. It has horns,
Houndoom.
quadrupel. So I went with Houndoom.
Yes,
Dumb fuck.
nailed it. Are there even any other Pokemons with horns? I guess Nidoking.
Rapidash, Nidoking, Nidoqueen.
Well, you said horns multiple. So my first thought, oh, Go-Goat has two horns. Aggron has two horns. Indeedee, I guess. I always thought those were ears.
Those are not horns. I mean, those are not ears.
I searched Pokemon with horns and Indeedee came up. Oh, Bouffalant,
Buffalon, Tauros,
Pinsir.
Pinsir. Yeah, there's a lot. You could have went with a lot, but yeah, I went with Houndoom. Um,
Sick.
yeah,
Good
there's
choice.
really not a lot about Houndoom though. Let's see where I had it open and I had it in my head, but now I'm forgetting because that's what happens to me. Uh, it can Mega Evolve. It has a really badass Mega Evolution. Um,
Those are coming
it's
back.
clearly, obviously, a Doberman, sort of. To me, it's a Doberman. It doesn't say it's a Doberman. I think it looks like a Doberman. Evolves from Houndour, which is the cutest little fella. Um, hold on. Stay with me. Yeah, its trivia is like very, very tiny. So it's basically it was introduced in Gen 2. Um, it is basically a hellhound based off of hellhounds from like Greek mythology. Could also be based off of the Grim Reaper with the cuffs being bones. Kind of resembles the Grim Reaper a little bit. Its tail is pointy like the devil. It's a real goth dog. And if you're not into
Sick.
that, then I don't know what to tell you. Um, Houndoom is the only Pokemon that is neither a legendary Pokemon, a mythical Pokemon, nor an Ultra Beast in the mainline games to have an unique battle track associated with it. That's pretty cool. Cool. I'm glad you find
What's
it cool
the
too.
what's the unique battle track?
It has its own battle track. I don't know how it
What
goes.
does that
I don't
mean?
have a chat up.
Oh, the song, like the audio.
Yeah, track. Yeah,
Got it.
it has its own battle music,
Understood.
and it's not a legendary, mythical, or an ultra beast, and it has its own. It also gold, silver, and crystal. All three of those had a different sprite of it.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. Uh, yeah, seems to be based on the Hellhounds, Black Dogs, and possibly Cerberus. I don't see it being based on Cerberus. Cerberus, if you are unfamiliar, is the guard of the underworld, Hades' dog with the three heads.
Mhm.
I don't really see it being based on Cerberus. If they gave it three heads, maybe, but otherwise, to me, it's just a hellhound. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I don't see Cerberus at all.
mm-mm, neither do I, at all.
Hmm.
Oh, it does say it's similar to a Doberman.
Yeah, I see Doberman for sure. It looks exactly like a Doberman.
Yeah, it also seems to resemble the extinct Tasmanian wolf.
Yeah, I could see that a little bit with like the devilish tail.
Do you know what a Tasmanian wolf is? Not the Tasmanian devil, Tasmanian wolf.
The wolf with the added feature of a devilish tail. You know what I'm
The
saying?
it's also
Like
known as
if
it's
you put a devil
also known as
tail,
the Tasmanian tiger. No, look up Tasmanian tiger. You'll see what I'm talking about. It
okay.
has
What I'm
it has like stripes on the back, which sort of resembles the Houndoom's like bone stripe back. Doesn't
yeah,
have a
what I'm
pointy
saying
tail.
is if you added a devilish tail to a Tasmanian tiger,
Whatever.
like a
Those
Tasmanian
are
tiger
also called.
plus a devil tail would look kind of like Houndoom.
If my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike. I
Oh
mean,
my god. Oh god. Resisting the urge.
please, if you got that reference, let me know. Um,
Interesting. Now I want to learn about Houndor to see if there's some like Houndor fact
that
that
I'm not seeing.
explains more about Houndoom. I think it's just a sick
Uh,
looking devil, like devilish
just
dog.
a cool little devil guy. Um, did you know? Okay, so apparently, uh, Houndor, because it was in the Houndoom trivia. The ears are how you can tell if it's a male or female. With
No, I had
Houndoom,
no
it's
idea.
the
That's very
horns.
cool. Didn't know.
The
That's a
horn,
very cool fact. I like that.
the female horns are smaller on
Hmm.
Houndoom.
Just like in nature.
Well, it depends on what kind of nature we're talking about. Just
What?
saying.
Nature, or the regular one.
Well, in reptiles, women are bigger, females are bigger.
All right, I guess.
Bugs, females are bigger. Queen bee. In birds, though, the male birds have the best colors in the species. I like animals. Um, yeah. So that's Houndoom.
Well, it's a shame that there's not a bunch more information, but still a pretty cool Pokemon.
It's a badass Pokemon, and I've been playing Pokemon Crystal, and Karen uh has it as her ace, her last Pokemon. She's dark type, and it's a good Pokemon. It's both dark and fire.
That's a killer
Cool.
typing too.
It is.
Like if I had to pick a typing,
Darkfire. Yeah, it's
Darkfire would
pretty
be up there.
if I could. I'd have one of those. I'd have a Growlithe, I'd have a Houndour, and a Arcanine in real life if I could.
What if you had to pick a typing for yourself?
That.
I was thinking
I
2 diabetes.
I got yeah, I have first typing is type 1 diabetes, second typing is type 2 diabetes. Terrible. Terrible. You just see me
Yeah,
on the
pretty
ground
good.
with Snorlax most of the time, taking naps. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, that was a good
So
up a
that's
good,
yeah.
good highlight, Pokemon highlight. I was gonna say update, but or I did say update, but that's not the right word.
Well, I updated. Yeah, well, I updated you anyway.
Yeah, you did.
Zack Mo sleepy.
I'm not today. My sleep
So,
schedule's been pretty upside down, so I'm pretty much wide awake right now.
well, I worked today,
I did too, but from home.
and mm, you know what I discovered today, which I'm kind of upset that I didn't discover it sooner. There is an app for emulators on the iPhone,
Yeah, you put that in the
and I didn't
Discord. What
know there
was
was an
that?
app for it. It's called Delta. It's an
I wonder if
emulator.
it's on
You know what an
Android.
emulator is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so I found that, and I've been playing um every chance I can today. I downloaded Pokemon Yellow to it, Emerald, Fire Red, and Crystal, and it's really awesome that it's on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
Although it's gonna kill my battery, I know it is, but it's cool. And
Just
apparently, you can download like different skins to it. So I know you saw on the Discord I posted it was purple. You
yeah.
can probably like download some cool skins for it. It's pretty cool.
Bring a
If you have
charging
an
cable to work. Got a long charging cable.
I do. I have a 3-footer at work.
3 feet. That's not a long charging cable. You need like a 30-footer. Just walk
Oh,
around the
well,
whole store with it.
excuse me. I was told 3 inches were big, but
Hey, yo, bada bing. Nah, dude. One of the best things my wife and I did was buy 2 super long charging cables in the living room, and we have one on either end of the couch. So the cables like it's the best.
oh,
Having at least one high quality super long charging cable is a game changer.
I use Anchor,
That's what we have, I think.
Anker. Yeah, best cables. I
Yeah,
have
I'm
the
pretty sure
three
that's the
footers.
brand.
I don't need a 6-footer in
No,
my
it's
room.
longer than that. I think it's like 12 feet.
Okay, well, I don't need a 12-footer in my room.
I'm just saying it was a good investment. A very long charging cable.
It's good to know.
I'm a fan of having a very long charging cable.
You hear that, guys? He's a fan. Blink the clown over here.
Doink the Clown has
You
mad
know,
fans, bro.
you know what's the most frustrating about his memory is that when we're setting our match cards, he literally forgets what he had set up the week prior, which we had probably just did about 5 minutes ago. And then
My
he's like, "Wait,
memory's
what did I do?"
phenomenal. I don't know what you're talking about. My memory's really good.
Drives me up the wall. I can set a match card in like, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes. It takes him 20.
Yeah. I'm a little slow.
Very,
Um,
very slow.
well, what do you think would be cool to bring to an anything but Pokemon stream? Because we had a lot of
Card wise,
success with the last one.
right?
Yeah, or like I just IPs in general. Like I did Hot Wheels on this one. That was really cool.
Well, I'd like to see more Star Wars.
Yeah, I only had one box this time.
Yeah. And I think wrestling cards. I used to collect those. I used to have wrestling cards. Those would be pretty cool. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not really familiar with like other trading cards and shit. Is there a
Well,
Sports
what
Illustrated one? Like I
I
meant
bet
Sports Illustrated swimsuit is what I meant.
I'm I'm sure there's something similar. So what I learned when I was doing my research for
Something
this,
similar. Is there a Playboy
well,
one?
I am certain that there are. Yeah, there. I know there's Playboy trading cards. I don't think I could put them on TikTok, but
That's
what I
hilarious.
learned when I was doing this
Why not?
is basically if there's an IP for something, there's trading cards for it. Yep, there's Playboy trading
I
cards. Just look
remember
them up.
seeing I remember I was on TikTok and I was flipping through lives once and I saw it was somebody was opening packs, but it was all like from provocative waifus.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Some of those are worth a lot of
And
money,
I know
actually.
yeah, and I'm sure some of your clientele
Yeah, but
would
I don't know if I can just like
love that.
stream that regular or what. I can get a booster
I saw
box.
somebody else doing it.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I can get a
Booster
booster
box
box
of what?
of Playboy cards.
How much does that cost?
The booster box is cheap. This one is anyway. The top chase is the Donald Trump cover.
You should 100% get that.
The chromium Donald Trump cover in a PSA 8 is currently listed on eBay for $1,600.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's got a lot
But
of
what about
attention on him right now.
yeah, but that's not what I meant. What about other cards that
All
are
right, I
in
mean
that set?
Playboy would be fine, but I can do or that are in that set. I don't know. I'd have to look. It's just the covers. I think that's like that whole set is just famous
Oh, it's
covers.
just the
Playboy.
covers.
Like each card it represents a cover.
That's still pretty cool.
I think so too. I mean, there's cards for everything. I can get anything for ABP. I really liked it. It was a ton of fun, and I would love to like get ideas for other things to bring, um, that are
Why don't
easy to
we
ship and
ask
inexpensive and
the
fun.
masses?
Yeah,
The,
the
the,
masses of people listening to this podcast, can you please let us know what would you like to see on anything but Pokemon Night? I
yeah,
did order
what kind
some
of
some other
cool stuff
IPs. I
would
have
you
some
like?
stuff on the way already, so I'm just interested in new ideas and more fun stuff. I think it'll be super fun to keep this up once every
Can you
month or
see if
2 months or
there's
so.
like a Greek mythology kind of card
I
trading? I'm sure
guarantee
there
they
is.
exist. Greek
That would be
mythology
pretty cool.
trading cards. You know what I didn't get that I wanted to get was the divorced dads cards. Well, there's one called Hercules, and then there's another one from 2024, a brand called Shadowverse, which I'm actually familiar with, and I think I have them at one of my distributors. That box is called Cosmic Mythos. I have no idea what's in it, but I could look it up. But Shadowverse is like a real, like
Like
somewhat
game.
common trading card game.
I think
But yeah, there is a
Greek
Hercules
mythology would
one
be pretty
based
cool.
on the movie Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. 3 cards per box. That's actually pretty sick.
The Disney movie or
No, no, I don't even know what movie this is.
because The Rock
Sci-fi
made Hercules
hobby,
once.
sci-fi hobby.com. Rittenhouse. I guess John Rittenhouse played Hercules at some point.
It beats me.
Is there someone named John Rittenhouse? No. Hercules Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse Archives, Hercules trading cards, Hercules the movie expansion set. I don't know. I don't know what the movie was.
Neither do I.
But hey, there's 3 autos in the box. We could chase autos on a Hercules box. That'd be hilarious. Yo, they have Xena. I definitely need to get Xena.
All right. Well,
Did,
make
did
sure
you
you sell it and don't keep it for yourself.
did you watch Xena?
Who didn't watch Xena?
Bro, I don't know.
Probably some youngins. But yes, I watched Xena. Xena
Xena
was
was dope.
badass. She married Ron Swanson
Really?
in the show in Parks and Recreation.
I've seen Parks and Rec so many times. How do I not remember this?
Because clearly you didn't watch all of it.
I sure did. He was
He was
married
the
to Tammy
middle.
and Tammy.
Yeah, and then he marries uh uh um um. God damn it! What the fuck is her name in
Who's
the
got the
show?
good memory now? Xena?
Yeah, her name's Zena, but in the show, her name Diane.
Oh, wait. So Diane played Xena?
What? Yes, Diane is the same actress who played Xena.
Oh, okay. So Diane Lewis played Xena. I didn't connect those dots. She
That's
looks
not her
nothing like
real
she did.
name. Her name
Right.
in Parks and Rec was Diane Lewis. Okay.
Got it. Played by
The
Lucy
ramblings.
Lawless. Wow, what a great wrestling name. Lucy
That is a pretty good
Lawless.
wrestling name, miss. That's a pretty good wrestling name.
Wow, she was Xena. Look at that.
Yeah, what, you thought I was pulling that out of my ass?
I just didn't know. She didn't look like Xena. She doesn't look like Xena, or at least my memory of
Yeah,
Xena.
because she
Anyways,
wasn't dressed up as Xena, and it's also like 20 years later.
it's the time, I think. The time did it to her.
I'll let her know you said so.
Please do. Xena was a good show. I enjoyed watching that. What other weird shows did you watch when you were a kid?
Weird shows?
Oh, not necessarily weird, but like shows that when we look back on it, we're like, what? Street Sharks? Did you watch Street Sharks?
Yeah, of course, but that wasn't weird. It was badass.
I loved that show.
Now, the big comfy couch. I don't know
Yo,
what the fuck was going on with that show.
bro, let me tell you something about the big comfy couch. Both my mom and now my wife use a line from the big comfy couch with my kids. You remember the 10-second tidy?
No.
All right. Well, it was part of the big comfy couch. Towards the end of the episode, when they needed to clean up, they said, "Let's do a 10-second tidy," and then music would play, and then and they would clean everything up. And yeah, both my mom and my wife tell my daughters, "Okay, it's time for a 10-second tidy." And I bet you, my wife's going to listen to this. She always listens to the podcast. I bet you she has no idea that it came from the show The Big Comfy Couch. She probably just copied my mom saying it,
Mhm.
but that's what it's from.
I just
The Big
remember.
Comfy Couch.
You remember the dust bunnies
Mm-hmm.
under the couch? They
Yep.
What the fuck was that? It
It
was
was
like
the
a whole
90s,
segment,
man. It was a strange time.
and this chick just busting it open on the carpet.
It was a strange time back in the 90s. For real, for real.
Uh, it really
It
was.
reminds me that the Dust Bunnies remind me of another one of my 90s favorites called We Sing Sillyville. I just unlocked
Don't know
some
it.
core memories for some people. If you've seen We Sing Sillyville, you know. You haven't seen it?
No, never even
Oh
heard
my
of it.
God, bro. Absolute heater. It's on YouTube. You can
Why
find it
don't
on
you get
YouTube.
some? Why don't you get some cards of that?
I don't think they made cards of that. It wasn't popular enough.
You should find more nostalgic type cards.
No, they just have VHS tapes of it. No trading cards.
Oh, you know what else is pretty cool that I got for Christmas? My
What?
sister got me a it's the Martin, my last name, coat of arms from Scotland.
Oh
Because we're
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Scottish.
told me about that.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. She like sat down with a historian and he actually like looked into it and everything like that. And like it has the motto that we used to chant before going into battle, aid from above. Um,
Aid from above.
yeah, pretty pretty badass. I guess
Yeah.
we used to fly or something. I don't know.
Maybe you
Um,
were maybe you were religious types.
I'm gonna assume that we were. 'Cause I don't know
I
what
mean,
other
either that or you
aid
were
is
like
meaning from
fucking riding
above.
around pterodactyls
Yes, in the 1100s, we were
or
riding
dragons.
pterodactyls,
All right, dragons.
dragons in Scotland.
More time, dude. Where the fuck else would dragons be? That's where dragons are from.
Uh, Chinese culture,
That
Japanese
no. Those are
culture.
mythical. Those are mythical, made up dragons. Real dragons, them fuckers were in Scotland.
Okay. Does that mean I'm Braveheart?
Don't think so.
I'm William Wallace. Welcome to another episode of the Collective. My name is
William,
Zack Mo, aka William
aka
Wallace.
William Wallace, bro. So for real, if dragons were really somewhere, I bet they would be from somewhere like Scotland.
Why?
I just think they have a better representation of what I believe could have actually existed. That's just my take on it.
I think T Rexes were dragons.
I said this already. We must have talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, we probably did. Dinosaurs
I
are cool.
I am 100% on board with the fact that T-Rexes were dragons. But a Chinese or Japanese mythical dragon, they're not like, first of all, they
They're
don't have
Gyarados.
wings, right? They're flying without wings. That doesn't make sense. And
Sure, it
second
does.
of all, they're not, no, it doesn't. Second of all, they're not like proportional to anything that we know that exists in reality. Versus like
Serpent.
the other, like Skyrim style dragon, I'll call it, they would exist, bro.
Are you
And
telling me that
I
Alec Bloom
wonder,
is real?
I don't know enough about
You don't play
Skyrim for that
Skyrim.
reference,
Yeah.
but I often wonder like where this fire breathing lore came from. I wonder about
Well,
that.
if you think that they're real in Scotland, maybe they really did breathe fire.
No, I don't think they would breathe fire. I think for sure there had to be some type of creature that existed at some point in history that represented similarly the dragon that we see depicted today, right? Either 2 or 4 legs and wings, and huge and flew and reptilian in nature.
Pterodactyl.
No, a pterodactyl was not a dragon. A pterodactyl was very clearly a bird. Very different. Very elongated, triangular head. Didn't have like a full size skull like a dragon does. It had like a bird skull versus like a
How can you say that
reptile
it didn't
skull.
have a full size skull like a dragon did if we don't even have dragon skulls?
We might have dragon skulls. Who gets to decide what dinosaurs are what? They're just putting shit together that they found close to one another.
That's fair.
Nope, there's
They're
no
gonna find
fucking
me close to a whopper.
nobody. No one knew, bro. Nobody was out there fucking actually knowing. They're just making shit up, taking educated
No one
guesses.
was out there knowing.
And this is another topic we can cover potentially another time, but the Smithsonian has a chokehold on history. And they do not like when people buck the system.
That makes
The
sense. You
Smithsonian,
know, the Museum of Natural History in Manhattan
yeah,
has
of
the
course.
only brown and white panda in the world.
I did not know that.
It is brown and white because it's been in the fluorescence for so goddamn long that it's no longer black.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. I despise the Museum of Natural History personally, but I've been there multiple times.
I love that place.
I hate that place. I can't imagine
I
anything more
once
boring.
I used to cut school and take guided tours by myself there.
This is the most
I love
boring
that
fucking
place.
thing on the planet, dude. I can literally, I
Did you
can't
know that
imagine.
half the staircases in like the main part are actually made up of the stone that they found the fossils in?
No, I didn't know that. The staircase is in the main part where the dinosaurs are on display.
No, so it's in where it's like you know all right, you know the main staircases, they're huge and they're white stairs, like
Yeah,
marble.
by the
Those
elevator,
ones.
by the elevator
Tho-
area.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah,
Those
like it's
stairs
like
are
the
the ones.
cafeteria to your back, the elevators to your right and left, and the stairs are directly in front of you,
Hmm.
or to your left or right.
Yeah, those that main staircase is the those
That's
stairs are made
interesting.
from the same stone. See,
Didn't
I
didn't
didn't go
know
to
that.
school, but I learned a lot about the Museum of
Yeah,
Natural
but
History.
check it out. Here's the thing. I don't need to go to the museum to learn that, and seeing it doesn't do anything for me. So like I just had the same exact experience without having to fucking travel to New York City and waste 7 hours in the fucking Museum of Natural History looking at shit that is lower definition in person somehow than what I can see on my fucking phone screen. Like I'm over it. The
Excuse
dinosaur
me,
exhibit is
mister.
very, very cool. I like the dinosaur exhibit. I'm just not a museum guy. I also don't like the MoMA. I don't think museums are all that personally.
I'm not a
But
fan of art.
anyway, no, I like art, bro. I appreciate art quite a bit, but I don't need to go to a museum to see it. I think museums are boring as fuck. But back to what I was trying to get to.
How
The
ranking?
Smithsonian.
Oh,
What? No, 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 no. The Smithsonian, we can do the ranking in a little bit, but the Smithsonian and mainstream Egyptologists are, bro, I'm telling you, they're convoluting to keep history the way that we know history,
yeah. Well, no
which
shit.
is
It makes sense.
why which is why I'm certain that dragons existed.
And unicorns.
I don't know about unicorns personally, but I don't think it's very far-fetched. I
Well,
certainly
no.
don't think there were pegasi that would fly. Like that to me doesn't make sense. There's
What are you
no
talking about?
evolutionary.
Zeus made the Pegasus.
The Pegasus is not. You're being sarcastic. I'm trying to be serious right now. Like I'm serious that I believe unicorns could have existed. I don't know about Pegasus. It doesn't make sense to me for an equestrian creature to have wings. I don't see any type of evolutionary advantage to that. And I also don't see the Pegasus existing in cultures that pervade universally or globally, I should say. Right? It's not like
Well, if
every
that be
culture
your
has this,
evolutionary reason, maybe that's why they died out.
but
You
there
don't
would
see
have
any
had to have been.
evolutionary benefit.
So,
For them
okay,
to
so
evolve into that, there should have been a benefit. I
exactly.
understand. Right.
Exactly. So when we go back to these creatures that are now extinct, right? They all came from, if you subscribe to the theory of evolution, they all came from an algae or whatever the fuck it all started
What
as
other theories are there?
a
Don't.
single
That was a
celled.
stupid question.
Yeah, there's a lot, but let's just assume that we're listening to science and there's this theory of evolution. So if we had dinosaurs roaming the earth, which I think largely speaking most people agree that dinosaurs existed. Not everybody, but most people agreed that dinosaurs existed. And they're these massive creatures with a huge ecosystem that was wiped out entirely. I don't think it's impossible for a lot of these other sort of fringe things to have existed. One of the things that I think existed are dragons. Another thing I think existed are giants. Um, there
I
are
believe in giants.
many, many different things that I think that we're just not privy to the information because of mainstream historians, mainstream Egyptology, the Smithsonian holding
Well,
secrets, holding down the fort.
I can tell you what happened to the dragons and the unicorns.
Okay.
Noah didn't invite them.
I mean, did Noah have to invite winged creatures? I don't really know. And I'm not trying to invite too much dissent if there's anybody who's super religious here, but this is like a real question. Did flighted animals need to be invited onto the ark to survive a
Well, no
storm?
animals were invited onto the ark. He didn't send out invitations. Hey, I got a boat. Why don't we have a party?
I mean, didn't he have
Um,
to like go gather them? I don't know. I really don't know enough about it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
um, going back to Evan Almighty, no, he didn't have to go gather them. God just brought them to him.
Okay.
Um,
Well, if you know, let me know. Like, was it necessary for flighted
well, yeah,
animals to be
but
on
birds
Noah's
gotta
Ark?
rest. They gotta rest.
No, they don't necessarily. There's birds that are able to fly their entire lives. There are
Yeah,
birds that exist today that never stop flying. And
yes, that I
birds
know, but
birds were one of the only dinosaur species, one of, not the only, but one of the only dinosaur species, flighted dinosaurs to survive that first mass extinction.
you think because they were in the air?
Yes.
Interesting.
Hmm.
You want to go to the Smithsonian Museum with me?
No,
Why not?
because I can just watch a YouTube video and
Yeah,
get
whatever.
a much more impartial set of information than I would get from one that's owned by the Smithsonian. I don't
Do
buy it,
highlights.
dude. I think
I
there's
mean,
too
look,
much, bro. There's too much. We should do an entire episode on this. We'll bookmark it and we'll go back to it. We should do a whole episode on Egypt because
I don't
I
buy anything they tell us about Egypt.
Dude, what a crock. There's just too much. There's just so much, dude. Not even just Egypt, just pyramid building in
Aliens.
general. Aliens.
Aliens.
Pyramid building in general, bro. Like not just even in Egypt, but a lot of it in Egypt. There's just so much.
How can so many different societies so fucking far away from each other build the same shit?
Yeah, I mean, I think that to me,
Aliens.
well, that to me isn't
I
as surprising.
wholeheartedly believe in ancient aliens.
I
I think
don't
that I think
know.
that's what I think that's what the myths of gods were. I think they were just aliens that came
We need
down.
to have an entire episode about this. I don't know if alien is the correct
Everybody's gonna just think that we're
term.
batshit fucking crazy, but okay.
That's okay. I don't know if alien is the right. I think we would have to define what an alien is for me to subscribe to that theory that you're discussing.
Not for this world.
Okay, so from another world
Yeah,
and traveled here in some capacity.
yeah.
All right, I don't agree then.
Okay, that's fine. We can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it on another episode, but I don't agree that that's what how the pyramids were constructed.
I think that the pyramids of Egypt specifically were a means for electricity.
That there's a huge likelihood of at least the Great Pyramid of Giza having created electricity or having output
I
electricity.
mean, the I mean, if you think about it, the top of it was gold, which is a conductor. Um, it if you go into the pyramids, there's nothing in them except for like these like long chutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I in my theorizing is that they were used to use water, such as a dam makes electricity with water.
Yeah, so there's more theory regarding the Pyramid
I'm
of
not
Giza
getting into the
creating
full thing.
electricity that doesn't even necessarily involve water. It was yeah. There's a very high likelihood that it was creating electricity.
Yeah.
And just the
Let's do ranking.
scale of the pyramids in general, we got to do a whole episode about Egypt. Let's do
You
the
know who
Pokemon
built them?
rankings. The pyramids?
Yeah.
Yeah, giants, bro.
No, enslaved Jews who might have been giants.
No, not true.
What, the Jews couldn't have been giants?
I guess in theory that could be true, but I don't think the pyramids were a human creation.
And then Moses, good news said Moses to the Jews. We out of here.
So you can't like mix. You're like saying okay to one theory and not okay to another. I don't
I
agree.
didn't say Moses wasn't a giant. How else do you explain that he split the
Share
water?
screen, close this, share this screen, share. All right, what are we doing here?
I didn't ask anybody, so you just choose.
Uh,
Psychic.
are we doing one type or dual type?
One type.
Damn, I wanted to do dark fire. Did we do dark already?
All right, do dark fire.
But did we
I don't
already
know
do
how many
dark?
options. I don't know, but do dark fire.
197,
All right,
197 possible dark fire.
Ponyta is not dark.
Maybe it's doing dark and fire. Dark
That's what it looks
typing,
like.
fire typing. All right, so let's just do dark. Did
One
we do dark
at a
already?
time. If we did, we'll do it again.
Oops, wrong button. I feel like we
I don't think
definitely
we.
did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then don't do dark. Question mark. That's fun.
Just a random type.
Yeah.
All right. Question mark is all. I mean, we've done all every week. Let's do ice. We have not done ice. It's cold as shit. Let's do ice type.
You're telling me my heater's off right now.
All right. Ice type, battle to the death, blind ranking. Where did I put my pen? I lost my pen. Episode's canceled. Want to start over after I find a pen?
Yeah, we'll start over. I'll fix my camera.
All right.
Do an entire
Pokemon
new
number
episode
one.
just on Egypt.
Yeah. Pokemon number one, Pile of Swine.
You sure it's not Piloswine?
No, I'm not, but Pile makes more sense to me.
How?
All right. If you
Okay,
don't know,
next.
we're doing our Pokemon ranking. This week we're doing ice types. Could be any
If you're
form.
just joining us,
Default.
I don't know what you skipped the
Yeah, how
last
did you
hour
make it
for.
this far in the episode? Yeah. If this is your first week on the podcast, this is a pretty wild one. Okay, so Pile of Swine.
Piloswine. Piloswine.
Pokemon number 2 is Jinx.
Ugh.
Number 3, we have Walrein, the Richard Simmons Walrus.
What?
The hair looks like Richard Simmons.
That's a wild
Glaceon.
comparison. Glaceon. It's Glaceon.
No, it's Glaceon, bro.
You just made me really question life for a second.
Bro, you've seen me pull Glaceons 8,000 times. You think I actually call them Glaceons? Mamoswine.
I don't know. You don't believe in aliens.
I didn't say I don't believe in aliens. There's 100% extraterrestrials that exist. Piloswine again, skip. Glass Dryer, the Knock.
I like Glass Dryer. Glass Trier.
Maybe. Ice Face, Ice Cube.
Not a fan of Ice Cube. So I'm
Reminds me
putting
of
it at number
Mario.
yes, it does remind me of Mario.
Cryogonal.
Snowflake.
That's not Snowflake. That's not Snowflake. Articuno.
Oh man, I fucked this list up. What's last?
Last but not least, we have Aurorus.
Yeah, I fucked my list up.
I like my list. I'm good with it.
Oh yeah, you like your
Switch a
list?
couple things here and there, but for the most part, I like my list.
You do. Big
Yeah, you
whoop.
know what? It's really not bad.
All right,
It
number
could be
10.
worse. Cryogonal.
Same.
Bet.
Although my phone couldn't get that, so it just says crypt. Number 9.
Ice Cube.
Same.
Nice. Killing it.
Number 8. Number 8.
Glass Dryer.
Nope. Jinx.
I bet you my Jinx is where your Glass Dryer was. I'm going to put a note to come back to that. Number 7.
Aurorus.
Piloswine.
I would have moved Aurorus up. Number 6.
Walrein.
Articuno, which also would have been moved up.
Yikes. Number 5.
Number 5.
Mamoswine.
Walrein.
Number
4.
4. Jinx.
Piloswine.
Dang, I thought you would have had Glass Dryer there. Wow, you put Glass Dryer at number 3? Number 3?
Glaceon.
Aurora. Oh my god, bro. Aurorus.
Yeah. Well, I like the Piloswine line. So that's why the Piloswine was the first one I put at number 4. Number 2, I have Mamoswine.
Articuno.
And then number 1, I have Glastrier.
Glaceon.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
we
a
all
tough
know how
run
I
for
feel.
you.
At least Glaceon made my top 3. Okay? Listen, you evolution nutbags.
I would switch if I had all 10 ahead of time. I would switch Articuno and Glaceon. I would put Articuno ahead of Glaceon. But I have
I would have
Glaceon,
put
Articuno, and Aurorus as top 3. I'd probably keep that as top 3.
I'd put number 1 Articuno. Number 2, I think I'd keep Mamoswine. And then number 3, I think I put last year.
All right. I don't agree, but that's because I don't like Mamoswine. All
That's
right.
fine. You don't.
We're going to generate 15 and create a battle party. Right?
Yep, you got it right.
15 fully evolved ice types.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right, here's our 15 fully evolved ice types. We have to create a battle party. We have, for those of you listening only, Delibird, Cryogonal, Weavile, Avalugg, Vanillux, Mr. Rhyme, Arctivish, Cloyster, Mamoswine, Baxcalibur, Beartic, Aurorus, Articuno, Chenpao, and Curem. This is the part where I draft 6 of these Pokemon and then explain why I am defeating Zack Mo in battle with that list of 6.
All right, I'm happy.
You're done.
Well, I mean,
you're
not,
cooked.
I'm not happy, but
You're chalked.
listen, you probably chose Mr. Rhyme, Vanillux, Arctivish.
None of those 3.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I got Curem,
Same,
Chenpao,
same,
Articuno,
same,
Baxcalibur,
same.
Cloyster.
You know, I was debating between Cloyster and Baxcalibur.
All right.
So I'll
And
take Aurorus there,
okay, and I have Mamoswine because I knew you would take Mamoswine.
and I took Mamoswine.
Yeah. So we have
Wait, no.
Cloyster v
Yeah.
Cloyster v Aurorus.
Right, we both had a Baxcalibur.
Right.
I think Cloyster may take that.
I think so too. Cloyster's just super fucking tanky
Well,
and
no,
annoying.
yeah, you don't have to add your 2 cents. I'm reluctantly saying I think Cloyster takes it.
Oh Jesus! All right, all types. Right, one more battle party. Is that what we do here?
One more battle party. Yep.
15. We're going to generate 15, all types fully evolved, and make one more battle party. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The next 15 Pokemon on the list are
Are all shitty.
Hitmonchan, Ludicolo, Corviknight, Seviper, Bouffalant, Toxtricity, Lunatone, Lantern, Hoopa, Unfazant, Dragonite, Cursula, Dracozolt, Scrafty, and Blaziken.
There's
Ready
like
to go.
3 good choices here.
Do 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 do
I'm stuck on 6. Usually I can do this a lot faster. That's what she said. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna throw him in the
I'm good.
mix. All right, I'm good too.
I'm taking Ludicolo
Nope.
because we've been over this before. Why Ludicolo is a good Pokemon.
Didn't take him anyway. Don't care.
Corviknight,
Yes.
Dragonite,
Yep.
Blaziken.
Yep.
That's 4. Hitmonchan,
Yep.
and I took Hoopa.
All right, so I have Toxtricity and Bouffalant against Ludicolo and Hoopa.
Yeah.
No, I have Hitmonchan. So it's Toxtricity and Bouffalant against Ludicolo and Hoopa.
Yeah, I don't know who wins that.
I don't know either.
So I'm not going to even.
I don't know if there's any weaknesses in that.
Neither do I.
I mean, Ludicolo, Bouffalant, both super annoying and tanky, and then Hoopa and Tox are kind of like pretty weak, but specialized. Like Toxtricity is pretty not a great Pokemon, but he's got.
I think Toxtricity may take that. I like Toxtricity.
I took Tox for electricity. That was my theory. It's like, okay, I have Fire with Blaziken, Dragon with Dragonite, fighting with Hitmonchan, Corviknight for flying, Tox for electric, and then Bouffalant was like my normal kind of like tanky ace in the hole type.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
You think
we
I
have to
win
call it a
again?
draw.
Sounds
Neither
good.
of us know. No, I don't.
You heard it here,
All you
folks. I win
say.
again.
And Jews were Giants.
Still undefeated. There was just no
We were
evolutionary
undefeated in
advantage to them being
40s.
giants, so they shrunk. That's all it was.
Yeah. We found gold and we shrunk. He said, "Oy vey, look at all this. Look at all these shekels.
We need smaller
What's
hands to
happening?
count this.
What's happening? Oh no, the mustache man's angry."
Oh my god. We should be canceled. All right,
Hey,
ladies and
it's
gents.
okay. I'm Jewish.
That's been another episode of The Collective.
It has been another episode. I have
I've
been. No, I've been. I always start.
Yeah, but you didn't know who you were, bro.
Yeah, well, now I do. I've been your better looking Jewish co host that used to be a giant, Zack Mo, aka Titan Tolis
The,
and William Wallace.
the toeless Titan.
That's
And
what
you
I
don't have
said.
to say you were a giant. Titan implies that you were a giant.
Yes, but not as a
Jeez.
Tolis. As
I've
a
been
giant, I
Collector,
was Jewish.
aka Doink the
I'm Tolis
Clown.
Titan.
Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Like, subscribe, follow. Bye.
Bye.